Okay, that's good. So I think we'll make a start whenever you're ready. So just coming into your chosen position now. And then we'll just take a little bit of time to settle in. So using your coverings, your support, whatever you need to become really comfortable, whichever surface you're lying on. And so as you settle into your chosen position now, just gradually bringing our awareness to the breath. And as you settle down now, as you breathe out, just releasing all the thoughts, any tensions of the day, just let them all go with the out breath. So we can just let go of the day so far. And then releasing the weight of the body. So really taking your time now and knowing that this time is just for you. Releasing all tension with your outgoing breath. And just be with the rhythm of your natural breath. So the breath is this conscious flow that arises out of the depth of our being and then dissolves effortlessly back into our core. So keeping everything soft around the area of the belly, the abdominal muscles. And you might like to imagine that your skin is like a knitted sheet. So a knitted sheet that covers your entire body. So as you inhale, you feel the strands of the sheet spreading, stretching apart, creating space. And as you exhale, so feel how those strands retreat and the fibers become more dense. And continuing with that visualization. So the whole body's swelling on the inhale, emptying, subsiding on the exhale. So filling and emptying. Taking this time to breathe well so that we create the optimum conditions for health and well-being. And allowing the breath to really be this conscious flow. So arising out of the depth of your being and then dissolving effortlessly back into your core. And visualize the strands of the sheet, so spreading, stretching apart on the inhale, creating space throughout the body. And as you exhale, feel how those strands retract, the fibers becoming more dense, more opaque. As you breathe in, feel each cell of your body being nourished by the breath. And as you breathe out, letting go of any worries, stress, or tension, just let it all go. And as we come into the present moment with the breath, take this time to just for now let go of all responsibilities. So relating to work, family, studies, or anything else that might be on your mind. And just for now, allow your mind to be relaxed and free from all worry as you come into the present moment with the breath. And really holding the breath as your anchor. As you breathe out, allow every muscle in your body to relax and unwind. Starting from the top of your head, the area of the forehead, and relaxing the muscles here. Softening through the eyelids, releasing the jaw, sides of the neck, back of the neck, releasing the shoulders and the arms all the way into your hands and the tips of your fingers, relaxing the back muscles, releasing the chest and the lower limbs. So through the legs, all the way into your ankles, your feet, and the tips of your toes. So the whole body is resting, whole body resting comfortably. So when I was preparing this lesson plan over the weekend, I was thinking about the forthcoming season, which there are early signs of spring, but I know it's a little bit soon, perhaps. I wondered if I was jumping the gun a little bit, but anyway, today's practice, we're focusing on that forthcoming season of spring. So just those early signs of spring that's on the horizon for us. So spring being all about rebirth, cleansing. So we'll do a practice that energizes all the different parts of the spine. So including twists, so quite a few twists included. So giving the body a little bit of a spring clean. And twists really help also to strengthen the back muscles and to release the spine. So I was hoping that when we were doing this, that it wouldn't be a really dreadful day outside like it was on Sunday, but today it has felt a bit spring-like, so that's quite nice. So it fits in with it with our practice quite nicely. So we'll start by stretching out a little bit through the body. So just begin with your stretches, just taking your time. Easing out now through the whole body. And so as you stretch out, as you ease out, just letting go of any residual tension that you might be holding on to through your body. Perhaps taking some nice sighing or yawning breath. So just enjoying that simple pleasure of stretching out through the body. Just really taking your time. And so as your arms come back now, so you can think about just drawing the knees in. So hug the knees back towards you. You might just rock a little, allow your lower back to settle and release. And we'll take a nice stretch of the legs up to vertical. You can bring the hands to the backs of the thighs and then pushing your thighs into your hands now. So we're stretching out through the legs, opening up a little bit of space in the lower back now. And then we can bend the knees, moving the soles of the feet to the floor. Just roll the arms away from the body now. And we'll take the feet a little bit wider. So we can take gentle windscreen wiper motion now with the legs. Gently easing out through the hips, through the lower back. Really take your time. If there's any little areas where you think, okay, I'd just like to pause here and just stretch out a little bit more. Just really taking your time, feeling into the body. Easing out really gently. Taking that from side to side. And so we'll come back to center now. As you come back to center, so just bringing your feet, so your feet are just about hip width apart now. And then just slide that right leg along the length of your mat. Work into the hip level now. So you lift that right leg to vertical, and then we'll take the leg around in circles now. So maybe big circles, maybe smaller circles. See how that feels. So opening up to the inner thigh, the groin area. Get the abdominal muscles working, lower back muscles working. And then you can take those circles the other way now. Encouraging the synovial fluids to flow around the head area. And so as your leg comes back around, so coming into that vertical position, you take an interlace of the fingers now. We'll just support the back of the right thigh and stretch a little bit more through your right leg. So getting a little bit more length and stretch. You might flex the foot a little. Breathing into that stretch there. And then from there, if you release the hands, release the arms, you can slowly lower that right leg along the length of the mat, allowing the muscles to relax for a moment. And then we'll draw the right heel back to join the left. If you extend your left leg long now, and then we'll lift that left leg to vertical, and then taking our circles on this side. See how it feels. Again, you might take bigger circles, you might take smaller circles, might feel different on this side. And then so as your leg comes back around now, so we'll take the circles the other way. And then this time, so as the leg comes back around, as the leg comes into that upright position, interlace the fingers, just support the back of your left thigh now. And then we can stretch out through that left leg, so getting a little bit more length and stretch. Breathing into the stretch on this side. And then if you release the hands, release the arms. So slowly lowering your left leg now along the length of your mat. Just allow the muscles to relax. And slowly draw your right knee back towards you. So we can hug the right knee in. And then exhale, fully bring your head and your knee closer together. Inhale, slowly bring the head back to the mat. And again, we'll exhale, fully bring your head and your knee closer together, stretching out all along the spine. Inhaling, releasing. Do that once more. Taking your time. And then this time, so as you release, slowly stretch out through the whole body. And then so As the arms come back now, just gathering your left knee in, put the left knee back towards you. And then exhale, fully bring your head and your knee closer together. Inhaling, head comes back to the mat. So we'll do that twice more on this side. Inhale as your head comes back to the mat. Again, just take a little bit of time. We'll stretch out through the whole body. And then as the arms come back, just drawing both knees in. Both knees back towards you. And again, exhale, fully bring your head and your knees close together. And inhaling, head comes back to the mat. So just bring the soles of the feet back to the floor now. And then from there, so you fold your arms. So just holding on to your forearms or even your wrists. You want just a slightly looser position. And then as you breathe out, just take your right elbow towards the right so you can touch down on that right side. And as you breathe in, bring your folded arms back to the body. Breathing out, we're going to take left elbow over to the left side, touching down on the left side of the left elbow. Inhale as the arms come back to the body. Just taking that from side to side now. So you can let your head roll with the movement. So just working a little bit more into the upper body. And now let's just do one more to each side. And as the arms come back to the body, just stretch the arms overhead now. So breathing in, just go as far as feels comfortable. Breathing out, bring the arms back to the body again. Inhale to take the arms overhead, just as far as feels comfortable. Exhale, arms come back to the body. Just do that once more. And so this time, so as the arms come back, so think about drawing the knees in, so hug the knees back towards you. And we'll bring the palms over the knees. Just take a little rock from side to side now. So as your knees go one way, head goes the other way. Just gentle rocking. So either stay with your side to side rocking, or bring your hands to the backs of your thighs so you can take full spinal rock if you prefer. So we can do a little bit of rocking and rolling. So we'll do a few of those, and then whenever you're ready, so just float. Her tongue was just slightly sticking out. It's like she was sticking her little tongue out at me. You're a funny girl, aren't you? So coming back up. And then so as you come up now, so you can sit up onto a block or a cushion if that feels comfortable. And then from there, just stretch the legs out in front. Just rest back through the arms into the hands if that feels comfortable. And just work into the ankles. So you can take some nice circles with the feet now. Easing out around your ankle joints. And we'll take those circles the other way now. Just do one more of those. And then if you come into a more upright position now, and then so we can find a nice seated cross-leg position if that feels comfortable. So coming into cross legs. And then from there, so we're coming into a lateral stretch. You just touch down on the right side with your right hand. Slide your right hand a little bit further out to the right, just lifting up through that left arm, bringing left arm overhead now. So breathing along that left side and then sweeping that left arm in front of you and bringing left hand over to the left, sliding left hand a little out to the left, bringing right arm overhead now. It's going to alternate from side to side, so sweeping the arm in front, taking that over to the other side. We're just easing into those stretches now. That's lovely. Just get a nice flow through the body. Inhaling, exhaling. Easing out naturally. Just do one more to each side now. Back into our upright seated position. And then from there, so if you bring backs of the hands together now, and stretch the arms out in front, and then just bending the elbows so the tips of the fingers point towards the floor, and then the fingers point back towards you, and then come all the way back around to coming into your lotus mudra. So mothering lotus. And then again, back to the hands come together, stretch the arms out in front. And again, just bending the elbows. Fingers point downwards and then back towards you, and then come back around to that lotus mudra. I'm just going to continue with those movements. So as you stretch the arms out, you can bring the chin towards the chest. And then as you draw back, bring the head back into the upright position. Again, just ease your way into those movements, those stretches. So just finding what feels good in our body. Just do one more of those. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. So As you breathe in now, slowly draw the shoulders up towards the ear. And then taking the shoulders back and all the way down and around. And again, just lifting the shoulders up towards the ears. And then gently taking the shoulders back and down and around. Just do one more of those. Just easing out now. And so as we rest the shoulders away from the ears, as you breathe out, just very slowly take your left ear now towards your left shoulder. Breathing in, bring the head back to center. Breathing out, slowly take your right ear now towards your right shoulder. Inhale, bring the head back to center. And then from there, if you stretch the legs out in front now, and then we'll bring the legs to just about mat width apart now. And sitting up a little bit taller. So holding the arms, just holding up to forearms again. And then keep the chin in line with the sternum. I'm going to exhale to rotate now. Inhale to come back to center. And again, exhale, pick up rotation around to the other side. So easing out through the side abdominals, through the mid-back area. The chin over the sternum. Looking into those big muscles that support the spine and then the rib cage. Big muscles, the intercostal muscles. And we'll do one more to each side now. And back to center. Just relax the arms down. Relax the shoulders. And then so we're going to, so if you bring the legs together now, and again, we're going to sit up tall, come into a twist, seated twist. So if you bend your right knee, draw the heel back towards you. So usually when we come into this twist, we're wrapping left arm around the right leg, aren't we? And then we're twisting around to the right. So this time we're going to come into a more open twist. So we'll wrap right arm around the right leg. And then if you sweep left hand to the base of the spine, wherever it can reach comfortably. And then this time, so you're going to exhale, take your rotation around to the left. So you might just go a little way so your gaze is more out to the side. Or you might go a little bit further. Just see how that feels. But just make sure that you're not overworking the neck. Keeping the spine nice and upright. Breathing through. Giving your organs of digestion a little squeeze here, a little massage. As we stretch into the bigger muscles back. And then on the inhale, just coming back round, unraveling, and just slide that right leg long. And then bending the left knee, draw the heel back towards you. Sitting up a little bit taller. And we'll wrap left arm around left leg. And then take your right hand behind you. And then exhale, we'll rotate around to the right. So again, you might go just halfway, so you're gazing out to the side. So you might look over your right shoulder. See how it feels on the side. Keeping the spine nice and upright. Breathing in. Next. On the in-breath, so gently unwrapping. I'm going to come all the way back around. So if you bend both knees now, just take the feet a little bit wider. You might just want to come off your block, perhaps. This one. Again, I'm going to take that windscreen wiper movement with the legs. So hands are just behind you, rest through the arms into the hands. And then just as we did when we were lying down, take that from side to side now. Again, just gently easing out through the body. And this time, so coming back to center, going back into a more upright position, and then just bringing the soles of the feet together now. Keep a nice space between your heels and pelvis. And again, sitting up tall into this rocking cobbler pose, you know, from side to side, active sit bones. And back to center. As you come back to center, so we'll bring the legs back together, just extend the legs long. You can have straight legs, or you might bring a bend through the knees. You're going to hinge forward from the hips. Just slide the hands down the legs, towards the feet, towards the ankles. So finding that back stretch pose. And then inhale, bringing the hands all the way back to the legs. Again, we're just hinging forward from the hips, maybe bending the legs a little, sliding the hands down the legs again, towards the feet, towards the ankles. So just gently realigning the spine. We'll do that once more. Easing out gently. And then coming back. And then so if you bend your right knee now, draw the heel a little bit closer towards you. And then just slide your right knee out to the right. And then we're going to bring this left leg a little bit further over to the left now. And then you can reposition right sole of the foot. So it's just against the inside of your extended left leg. So we're sort of sitting into the middle of that V shape. So we're going to come into this revolved head to knee pose, but we're not going to come into the pose too deeply this evening. So if you just bring your left hand to the inside of your extended left leg, and then lifting up through your right arm, and then so stretching out through that right arm, and then breathing along that right side to really get a nice stretch through the side of the body, trying to go too deeply into the pose. And really releasing that right arm in front of you. And then option to bring right hands behind. And then from there, start to roll the body towards the right. So your left sole of the foot comes to the floor now. And I'm going to lift up through that right hip. And then bring your left arm overhead. So you're stretching out all along that left side now. And releasing that left arm in front. And then all the way back around. Come back to your starting position. And again, just bring that left hand once more, just to the inside, that extended left leg. And again, we're going to lift up through that right arm, just extending a little bit more through that right arm, so you can really feel the leg stretch along the right side of the body again. That's lovely. And from there, releasing that right arm in front. And then from there, so you bring that right knee into the upright position, and then slide your left leg in, and then we can extend right leg long, take your right leg a little bit further out to the right, and then bending left knee. Let that left knee roll out to the side. You can always bring some padding underneath your left thigh, and then connecting left sole of the foot to the inside of that right extended leg. It could be a little bit higher, it might be a little bit lower. Just make sure that feels comfortable. And again, we're just sitting into the center of that V shape. You can have some padding underneath your seat if you want to as well, or a block in this position. And then this time we'll bring right hands to the inside of that extended right leg. And then we'll lift up through the left arm. And again, just extend a little bit more through that left arm, so you feel that stretch along your left side. Breathing here. This lateral stretch as we come into this revolved head to knee pose on this side. And then slowly release the left arm in front. And an option to bring your left hand behind, and then start to roll the body up towards the left, right sole comes to the floor, and then lift up through your left hip. We'll bring that right arm all the way overhead, stretching out down along that right side. Breathing here. Inhaling, exhaling. Releasing that right arm in front. Coming back around, back to that starting position. And as you come back around, again, just bring your right hand just to the inside of your right leg, and then lift up through that left arm, and bring the left arm overhead. So again, just easing out along the left side of the body. Not trying to go too deeply into pose. So we're breathing in here. Just keeping the breath nice and smooth and even. That's lovely. And then releasing that left arm in front now. And then so from there, so just bringing that left knee back into the upright position, and then sliding the right leg in. And then from there, again, you might want to sit up onto a block or onto a cushion. And then from there, so if you wrap this time, so wrap your right arm around your left leg, and then sweep your left hand behind, and then take your rotation around to the left. Just noticing the difference. This is the way we would normally do this seated twist. Lifting it a little bit taller. So if you've come into it without your block, just notice how it feels. So from the start when we did it with the block, and how it feels if you don't put the block on. It's harder to sit up tall, I think, if you haven't got anything to see. It's always personal preference, isn't it? Whichever feels best. And then inhaling, excuse me, young lady. Coming back around. And then just extend that left leg long. Oi! Oi! Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Going on? She's really made a proper mess of her blanket. Right, let's sort it out, shall we? Before we do anything else. There we go. There, is that better? Good girl. There we go. And then so from there, so this time, so we're going to Extend the left leg long. You bend your right knee out, draw the heel a little closer towards you, and then we'll wrap left arm around the right leg, taking your right hand to the base of the spine and wherever you can reach comfortably. And then exhale, in that rotation now. See how it feels on this side. Again, just thinking about growing a little bit taller along the spine. Breathing. Again, on the inhale, just gently unraveling all the way back around to forward facing. So again, we can extend the legs long, either have the legs straight or you can bring a little bend through the knees. And again, I'm just going to hinge forward from the hips, slide the hands down the legs towards the feet, towards the ankles. Just realigning the spine again. And drawing the hands back, up the legs. Just roll the shoulders a bit up. Inhaling, exhale. And then so from there, so you might want to have a drink now. Just have a little pause. And then so whenever you're ready now, so we'll come into all fours. You come into your box position. Find all fours on our mats. And from that all fours position, so just coming into your cat stretch. So inhaling, lift the tailbone at the back hollow and the chin bend. Exhaling, tailbone dropping down, back arching out, chin loose towards the chest, navel drawing back towards the spine. So finding your flow here. And then inhaling, so coming back to your neutral spine position. And then from there, so stretching your right leg back behind, tuck your toes under, stretch back through the heel. Stretching left leg back behind, toes under, stretching back through both heels. Just engaging the core now as we come into this wedge shape. And then we'll drop the knees down, take the toes out, and just slowly release the upper body onto the mat. Stretch the legs back behind now. And then just fold your arms in front of you. So adjusting as you need to. And then so you can rest your head onto your folded arms. We're going to come into the sacroiliac stabilizer now. So if you tuck your toes under, keep a nice space between your feet. And just pushing away through the heel. Keep breathing, keep extending away so that the legs just peel away from the mat. Breathing here. And then so as you release, so release the feet and then let your heels roll out to the side. So the heels are rolling out to the side and the big toes are just overlapping. And allow everything to relax down into your mat now. This is the second part of it. Nice spacious breaths into the belly. Head just resting on your folded arms if that feels comfortable. And I'm going to repeat that. So we'll do both parts again. So releasing the feet, again, tucking the toes under and stretching back through the heels. So the legs come away from the mat. Again, just rest your head onto your forearms, just breathing here. Just holding that for just about 15 seconds. And then as you release, so release the feet. Heels roll out to the sides, big toes are overlapping. Allow everything to relax down now. And again, you hold the second part. Again, it's for about 15 seconds. And just releasing the feet again. And then so if you slide your hands back now, so your hands are just alongside your chest, push back through the palms, just sit back towards your heels so you can find that stretch cat position. And then if you want to, so you could bring your block or your cushion in front now. So you could rest your forehead onto your cushion or your block. So just noticing how that feels with a little bit of support. So we're opening up through the back of the body, lengthening all along the spine. So to stretch out through the sides of the neck a little. So you just turn your head to one side as you rest onto your block or your cushion. So feeling that stretch along the side of the neck. Breathing into that stretch. So it stretches so the muscle, it's called the sternocleidomastoid muscle, runs along the neck. So from the jaw through to the clavicle. And then turn the head to the other side if that feels comfortable. Just resting here. So stretching out through the neck on the other side now. And then slowly bring your head back to center. And again, just resting your forehead down. So breathing here. Let your exhale extend, dropping and sinking down. And then starting to lift the heads now. So as you lift the hands, going to walk the hands back towards the knees. And again, so you might want to have a drink and then we'll come up into standing whenever you're ready. Into a nice standing position. Still not right, your blanket. Not. And then so coming up. Lily's not very happy with the organisation of the blanket this evening. So I'm going to bring the feet a comfortable distance apart, just softening through the knees. We'll come into a twist now. So coming into nice standing twist. And then from that, just coming back around to centre. And so as you come back around to centre, you come towards the back of your mats now. So we'll come into Warrior One. And again, we're just going to incorporate a gentle twist. So if you step forward now with your right foot, and then we'll bending that right knee, and then breathing in, we'll reach the arms overhead, just relaxing the shoulders a little. And then breathing out, just turn towards the left, and then reach that left arm out behind you, and then releasing the left arm as we come back around to center again, lifting up through the arm. And again, just repeating, take a little rotation around to the left, and then slowly release that left arm. So stretching out and then down, and then back around so we come back to forward facing. Just repeating those movements now. Easing out with the breath, inhaling and exhaling. Let's do one more on this side. And then so as you come back around now, so relaxing the arms, relax the shoulders. And then if you bend your right knee a little bit more, we can take that step forward. So you're coming forward into your mountain pose. I'm just going to step back a little bit. I'm a little bit too close to the camera there. So coming back to our mountain pose. And then from there, so if you take, so Kali Mudra, interlace the fingers, cross over at the thumbs, extend index fingers now, and then reaching the arms overhead, just softly bending through the elbows. Just take a gently swaying side stretch now. So easing out again through the side body, coming back to center, and then relaxing the arms, relax the shoulders. So we'll come into Warrior One on the other side. So if you've stepped back like I have, then we'll step the left foot forward. Or if you're in the same position, you can step back with your right foot. So this time we've got left foot forward, right leg back. And then setting yourself up comfortably. So we're going to bend left knee this time. Make sure that you can see that left foot. And then inhale, we're going to bring the arms overhead, just relaxing, shoulders a little. And then take a little rotation around to the right. And as you do that, stretch that right arm behind you. And then releasing, coming all the way back round to that center position. And again, we'll take those repetitions on this side. Releasing the arm, all the way back around. That feels on this side. Just do one more now. As you come back around, so relaxing the arms, relax the shoulders, bend your left knee a little bit more, take a step forward. You can come back to a mountain pose now. And then as you come into your mountain pose, let's come into a forward bend. So we'll bring the hands to tops of the thighs, bend your knees a little, pinch forward from your hips, and then we'll slide the hands down the legs, just going as far as feels comfortable, coming into your forward fold. You're in a dangling forward fold position, just releasing the upper body a little bit more. Or you might not go in so far, you might choose to go in a little way and then come out. Seeing what feels good in your own body this evening. And then when we want to come out, we can engage the core. Slowly slide the hands at the inside of the legs. And then bring the hands across, front to the thighs. Breathing out. And reach the arms overhead. Breathing out. Just sit down into your chair pose now. So the arms reach out in front. Elbow is moving back there. Chest is shining forward, gaze is forward, lovely. And then if you reach the arms behind now, and then inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, you can take that into your ski swing. Breathing in, lifting up. Exhale. Take your hard breath. Inhale to lift up. Exhale. Hard breath. Do a couple more of those. Nice cleansing breath. Up and then coming back down, just a little bit of resistance through the hands, just creating that clearing, gently letting go. Lovely. And then so from there now, so we'll use the whole length of our mats. And so the same as we did last week, the same as we did just just a little bit earlier. We'll come back into our Kali Mudra so that we can just do that side bend again. So if you come to the middle of your mat, so what we're going to do, we're going to step out once we've done the side bend. So if you come to the center of your mat, but use it lengthways. And again, we'll come back to that Kali Mudra, interlace the fingers, cross over the thumbs, have the index fingers extended, and then we'll just bring the arms overhead. So you can just take that into gently swaying side stretch, easing out through the side body. That's nice. And so as you come back through center now, step out to the right with your right foot. And then we'll come into our triangle pose. If you bring your right foot fully right, left heel just moving slightly out to the left, so setting yourself up comfortably now. And then release the arms. So you can bring your arms out at shoulder height. You're going to bring right hand down the right leg, left shoulder draws back, and then tucking, you can tuck left hand into the waist or the lower back, or you can bring that left arm overhead. Your gaze, it might be up towards the hand, it might be a neutral gaze, it might be downwards towards the floor. It's just whatever feels good for your head and neck. Option, if you want to, you could bring that left arm overhead, so you can come into an extended triangle, and then release that left arm in front. You're going to bring the arms up, so come into your warrior arm position, bend your right knee now. We'll look all the way along that right arm towards the fingertips, coming into your warrior two pose. And then inhale, head comes back to center. Just relax that left arm fully. And then we're going to take that into reverse warrior. So right palm is facing upwards, bringing your right arm overhead. You're taking your side bend over to the left now. Opening up through that right side. And then releasing that right arm in front of you. So either bring right hand onto the right thigh. So you might bend, whoops, coming off my mat. Bend your right knee a little bit more, perhaps. Or you could bring your forearm to that thigh. See what feels most comfortable. And then either leave your left arm where it is, or you might bring that left arm alongside your left ear. So you're coming into nice extended side angle pose. You've got that heaven stretch. That's lovely. Breathing all along that left side. And again, to come out and release that left arm in front. Coming back up now, so we can adjust the feet. And then we'll come into our triangle on the other side now. So if you take your left foot fully left, right heel slightly out to the right, you could have a straight left leg, or you might bend the knee if you prefer. Breathing in, we'll reach the arms overhead. Breathing out now, bring the arms back to shoulder height. You can take left hand down the left leg, your right hand might tuck into the waist or the lower back, or you might soar that right arm up towards the ceiling. Option, if you want to make that stronger, you can bring right arm overhead. And then from there, we're going to release that right arm front. Come back up. Find your warrior arm position. Looking along your left arm now towards your fingertips. Find your warrior two position. Breathing here, nice and strong through your legs, nice and upright along the spine. And then we'll bring the head back to center and just really relax that right arm, pressing the right arm down. Left palm is facing upwards. Bring your left arm overhead now, little side bend over to the right as we find that reverse warrior position, peaceful warrior. Breathing here. And then release that left arm in front now. So either bringing your left palm over your left thigh, or maybe the forearm, perhaps leaving that right arm where it is, or maybe bringing right arm alongside your right ear. That long diagonal line, so from the heel through to the fingertips. Lovely. Standard side angle pose. Breathing here. That's lovely. And then releasing right arm in front, going to adjust the feet now. So having the feet just slightly out to the side, so you can sit down into this equestrian position. You can bring the arms up into cactus. You can lift up through the arms, take a nice stretch through, and then exhale, sitting down into that cactus position. Inhale to lift up. Exhale as you sit down. Let's do that once more. Breathing in, lovely. Breathing out. Just release the arms now. You can straighten up through the legs. Just walking the feet back in. So take a little heel toe. We can walk back in. Come back to our mountain pose now. Just going to step back a little bit again. And then we'll come back to Uttanasana. So we'll come back to our forward bend. So we bring the hands to the lower back, over the side of the spine. Thinking about bending your knees, hinge forward from the hips. Sweep the hands over the buttocks, down the backs of your legs. So hands can come forward onto any part of the legs, the ankles, the feet, or the floor. Again, we're just finding what feels good in our own body. Maybe staying for a little bit longer or maybe coming out. So use your breath and gravity to release your body a little bit more. And when you're ready to come out, we can engage the core muscles. And again, just slowly slide the hands up the inside of the legs, across the fronts of the thighs. Breathing in, reach the arms overhead. Breathing out again, just sit down into your chair pose. Tailbone moves back, arms reaching out in front, trying to arch the back. That's good. And reach the arms back behind, and inhale, lift up. Exhale, just allow the arms to float now. All the way back down. Just relax the arms, relax the shoulders. Going back into our mountain pose. And then, so if you'd like to come back down onto your mats now. So we'll come back down. Let's come back to our all fours position. Coming back to all fours, stretching. Stretch your right leg back behind you, take the toes under, stretch back through the heel, engage your core. And then as you exhale, bring the head and the knee closer together. As you inhale, bring the head up to neutral, low lift through that right leg. And again, exhale, head to knee. Inhale as we extend through. Let's take some repetitions here. Find that lovely steady flow of the breath. And keep the pelvis level. Just do one more on this side now. Come back to a box position. And then just stretching that left leg back behind you. Take the toes under, stretch back through the heel. Engage your core. And then exhale, head to knee. Inhale, bring the head up to neutral, just extending back through that left leg. Making sure you don't lift too high. Again, we'll take the repetitions on this side. Easing out. Do one more now. And then as you release, so coming back to your pause, and again, just sinking back, taking your sit bones back towards the heel. And just stretch out to the child position once again. Use your exhale to deepen. And slowly lifting the head. So walking the hands back towards the knees now. And then, so if you come back down onto your mat, bend the knees, just come over onto your left side now. So you can have your pillow underneath your head. And then stretch your arms out at shoulder height so that you're palm on palm. Just breathing here. And then we'll slide the right hand up the inside of that left arm. And then head rolls with the movement. So fingertips come across the front of the chest, just resting. Right shoulder down. And then extending. Right arm out to the right. Your gaze can go out to the right if that feels comfortable. Just breathing here. So if your right shoulder won't reach the floor, just bring a little bit of padding, blanket, or a piece of clothing underneath the shoulders so it can relax. And slowly bending your right elbow, slide the fingertips back across the front of the chest and then down the inside of the arm till you come back palm on palm. And then from there, take that over to the other side now. So we can lie over onto our right side. And you can rest your head, bending the knees, reach the arms out at shoulder height. So palm on palm once again. And then sliding that left hand, left fingertips, slide at the inside of your right arm now. Across the front of the chest, your head gently rolling with that movement, touching down, left elbow on that left side, really extending, left arm out to the left, and your gaze to the left if that feels comfortable. So coming into this nice open body twist again, breathing here. And again, just starting to bend that left elbow, slide the fingertips back across the front of the chest, back down the inside of that right arm. And again, we'll come back palm on palm. And then from there, just take a little transition onto your back. So you can take the cushion out from underneath your head. So finding symmetrical now. And then we'll engage the feet, just lifting up, feeling up through the hips, lifting up into your bridge pose. Option to take the arms overhead now. And feeling back down through the vertebra, gently releasing. And then slowly releasing the arm. And so from here, so thinking about just settling in now for the final relaxation. So we'll make ourselves really comfortable. Make sure you're very warm, you've got everything that you need. Take a little bit of time to settle. And so as you settle in now, so it's really an invitation as you relax, just to think about sending yourself some blessing. And like the seasons of our lives, so like the seasons, our lives are flowing and changing. And it can be a good time when we're on the cusp of a new season. It can be a good time to reflect and to take stock of where we're going and any changes on the horizon so that we can continue to flow in our lives. So we start to enjoy just some slightly warmer temperatures now and these really early signs of growth and colour, a little bit of warmth coming back. And then mirroring the seasons, we can flow gracefully towards anything that we would like to achieve over the forthcoming months and really make way for new blessings in our lives. So this is a meditation on the 7 energy centers or chakras situated along the spine. And I'd like to invite you to focus your awareness now just at the base of the spine at your earth center, coming into our earth chakra. And then here, visualizing the red of the setting sun. So emanating from the base of the spine and breathing into this area. You may feel some warmth spreading across the area at the base of the spine. Being aware of your earth energy as we focus on Muladhara and the support that this center brings. So our center of survival, feeling safe and protected when this center is in balance, so that we feel nourished by the earth and her energies and cared for, having all of our needs met and abundance being our natural state. And then a couple of inches higher, we can come into our water center, so Svadhisthana, and visualize here the orange of the risen sun in the pelvic region, noticing warmth around that pelvic area and spreading across that whole pelvic region. So Svadhisthana, it translates as the dwelling place of the self. And when this chakra is in balance, we feel fluid and adaptable to change. It's our center of emotion. And we can honor our emotions, our passions, our desires. And we feel safe to express our emotions. And then moving a little bit higher along the spine, moving to that area of the solar plexus. And we come into our fire center. And so here we can visualize the yellow of a candle flame as we move into Manipura chakra. And this whole area around the navel, our center of power. And visualize the yellow of the candle flame and warmth spreading around the abdominal region as we breathe into our physiological center of the body. And Manipura translating as lustrous gem. So our center for vitality, knowing the source of all power lives within us. Focusing here, helping us to come into balance. And now bringing our awareness to the center of the chest and Anahata, our air center. And visualize here the vibrant green color, so emanating from the center of the chest. And continue to breathe into the center. So you may notice warmth spreading around the whole of the chest center. And Anahata carries the seed for peace and harmony. It's really the balancing point between the two, the lower and the upper chakras. So when this center is in balance, we can offer love effortlessly and also forgive effortlessly, so that we have an abundance of love to offer to others, and we can give and receive love easily. Love being very much at the core of our being, our natural state. And then moving our awareness to our throat center, Vishuddhi, our center for communication. And this center resonates to the color blue. And visualizing here the sky on a summer's day at the throat center, at the larynx. And staying with this visualization, you may notice warmth spreading across the area of the throat, continuing with this visualization as you breathe. So it's associated with the sense of sound and communication, and to be heard and to be understood. So when this center is in balance, we feel able to speak our truth with love, with authenticity, and we love our own authentic self, knowing it's safe to be ourselves, safe to speak, safe to express, and also to be a good listener when the center is in balance. And now traveling with our awareness to the third eye center, and visualize here the sky at sunset, a beautiful mix of blue and purple emanating from the center of your forehead. And continuing to breathe and visualize the center, perhaps feeling some warmth across the forehead now, connecting here with the element of light and inner vision. So it's here that we start to communicate with higher realms and start to trust our deep intuition. So Agya Chakra, our inner vision, tapping into our own innate wisdom as the center finds balance. And now coming to the crown of the head, seventh energy center. And visualize here a brilliant white, a bright star emanating from the crown of the head, Sahasrara chakra, symbolized by 1,000-petaled lotus. Staying with that visualization. So it's here that we can open to divine intelligence and feeling at one with the earth, the moon, the sun, the stars, the whole of existence. And knowing that as we connect with the seventh chakra, that we are spirit temporarily residing in this beautiful human body and embracing our spiritual self as well as our earthly self, and blending into these two roles beautifully. And now drawing awareness from the crown of the head, we can come back down through the third eye center, throat plexus, chest center, solar plexus, sacrum, and all the way back to the earth center at the base of the spine. And ever so gradually expanding awareness out into your hands, your feet, into your fingers, into your toes. Just taking some really gentle movement now. So moving and stretching in whatever way feels best. So that once you've moved and you've stretched a little, so you may like to roll over onto one side, just coming into nice fetal position, just for the last few moments of relaxation.